Daddy, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to for my bench workout.
You look like you're trying to take a nap.
Hi, my name is Matt Jones. I'm here in the Big Mother Trucker gym. I wanted to talk a little bit about the proper way to set up for power bench. Now to start off, if you load up your weight, just flop down on the bench and you're comfortable, you know, somebody threw you a blanket, a pillow, you could just fall right asleep, then you're starting off wrong. The proper way to set up is actually uncomfortable. You get used to it, of course, but the way I like to set up is I like to use a slight arch. My feet are planted, slight arch, and I'm trying to engage as many muscles as I can, so it's actually uncomfortable. But I try to retract my scapulas and flex out my pecs and roll my elbows in. And so I got this piece of PVC here. So when I do what I'm trying to describe and I set up, when I get myself tight, you'll see what happens to this PVC. Now that won't happen with the bar unless you're like the Incredible Hulk or something and can actually bend metal. But what you'll see is when you're setting up properly and you're engaging them muscles, you're creating a leverage and you're building a leverage and kind of springing yourself underneath the bar. I'll demonstrate that real quick just so you can see what happens to this piece of PVC. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now for me, I'm not all that flexible, so you may not ever even see the arch, but it's a slight arch, it's there. And I'm trying to walk my shoulders toward my butt, and I'm trying to push my butt up toward my shoulders. Now my weight is supported, my feet are planted flat, I'm not on the tippy toes. I don't do that tippy toe stuff. We don't lift anything on our tippy toes, so we shouldn't power bench on our tippy toes. Flat feet gives you a good solid base, so you can use a little bit of leg drive. So, grab the bar. I usually go pinky on the ring. Now, I pull my shoulders back, take the weight, and I don't know if you can see a little bit of bend in the bar. And then I actually, because of that leverage, I'm actually rowing the bar down to my chest rather than just gravity letting the bar free fall. Now, you might have heard, I probably am red-faced right now, you might have heard it was difficult for me to speak, and I go into other gyms sometimes for my warm-ups, I start with a bar, empty bar, and people look at me funny because I get all red-faced and I'm actually look like I'm straining with an empty bar. But what I'm doing is I'm engaging as many muscles as I can. I'm retracting my shoulders, rolling them back, my pecs, flexing out my pecs, so my pecs are actually hard, and I'm trying to roll my shoulders down, my elbows down into my sides a little, so when I take the bar, I'm actually doing a row. Because of all that leverage, I'm actually rowing the bar down to my chest. Setting up like this, to me it's a safe way to bench. It's strictly, I use flat bench strictly for power. It's about bragging rights. I'm not trying to build my pecs with this exercise. My opinion is flat bench is unsafe. And it just doesn't work well with our shoulder anatomy anyway. And so the only reason to do it is if you like people to look at you and like to brag about how much you bench. If you want to work your pecs, you know, I suggest dumbbell presses, I suggest incline, decline. There's so many other exercises that are actually safe for the shoulder that bench press should just be for power. Just so you can say, hey, this is how much I bench. Because that's like that's like the main question in the gym. How much you bench? But when you do set up like this and you wind your body up, it actually sets the shoulder in a decent position for that press. A lot of people have shoulder problems when they bench press, and that's because they're, a lot of guys will flare elbows out. I know Arnold used to bench like that. Well, Arnold, he was a genetic freak. Most of us aren't like that. And I bet you today, if somebody asked Arnold how his shoulders feel today, he would probably tell you his shoulders hurt. So a safe way to bench, arch the back just slightly, not an excessive arch. I know there's some people out there that will arch to the point it looks like they're about to break their back, and then the range of motion is just a couple inches. I'm not talking about that. Some people think that arching is cheating. If you arch with a slight arch, it's not cheating. It's actually no different than when you get in your car, you put on a seatbelt for safety. It's the safest way to bench. All right, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully something I said will be useful to you. These techniques I've been using for quite a few years. I've had pretty good success with it. Hopefully it'll help you in your next bench workout. Keep benching. It's all about getting stronger every day. Thanks.